Well, Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. I am your host, Munib Hamid, and welcome back to the Orbit Series show where the news is real, but the logic behind it is fictional. This is the country where a national airline is sold and called success. Doctors need permission to save lives, injustice is labeled culture, and secularism comes with terms and conditions. So, tonight we're talking about how failure gets press releases, paperwork beats common sense, and morality is rejected because it's impractical. So, buckle up. This flight may not have PIA, but turbulence is definitely guaranteed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we saw PIA sold. It was not fixed. Big news, Pakistan. We've officially sold Pakistan Airlines 75%, rupees 135 billion. And the Prime Minister said, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. For what? For progress? For an achievement? No. For selling a disaster after decades of mismanagement, bailouts, and embarrassment, and complete and sheer incompetence by the governments. Let's be real. PIA did not fail because flying planes is hard. It failed because running it professionally was never allowed. Political appointments, forced hirings, zero accountability. It wasn't an airline, it was a political playground. It was a political playground. Every government promised reform. Every year came with another bailout. And who paid? Us, the taxpayers. Who suffered? The honest employees. Who walked free? Everyone else. Everyone else. Every politician, every government. And now, after draining it completely, we sell it and call it bold reform. That's like ignoring a leaking roof for 20 years, then selling the house and saying, look, downsizing success. I mean, we sold the house. Here's the bitter twist. Those who destroyed it face no consequences, no accountability. Thousands of employees watched their careers crash. And now the media tells us PIA sold. Success story? I mean, this is not a success story. It is an embarrassing story. Selling a broken institution after breaking it, that's not progress. That's confession wrapped in a press release. Because a serious state does not celebrate failure. It asks, why did we let it fail in the first place? I mean, PIA sold and India is laughing. All the world is laughing at us. Big news, right? So Pakistan, we've officially sold Pakistan International Airlines. 75% stake, rupees 135 billion, and the Prime Minister said, Alhamdulillah, 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 for selling a disaster we broke ourselves. Every promise has been broken, and who walked free? The same politicians who now tweet about India's secular democracy. Speaking of India, their airlines are flying, their apps work. Their secularism exists on paper, and their politicians can at least run an airport without bribing it first. Meanwhile, Pakistan sells half-dead airline and calls it reform. Selling a broken PIA, that's not progress, that's confession, a global roast waiting to happen. India sees this and says, yellow Pakistan International Airline, proof that incompetence is profitable. So congratulations, right? So we're competitive, just not in ways anyone wants. I mean, doctor hai, lekin official version nahi hai. Big news from the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council. If you're a foreign medical graduate, you can no longer start your house job without provisional registration. That means basically for the parents, haan beta, doctor hai, lekin abhi officially nahi hai. PMDC says no registration, no house job. And if you somehow started without it, stop immediately. Somewhere in Pakistan right now, a doctor is hearing, put the stethoscope down slowly. So only universities recognized by the BMDC counts. So if your uni isn't, congratulations, you just unlock the national registration exam, because nothing says welcome home like more paperwork and exams. So, I mean, let's be honest, Pakistan loves forms, stamps, and signatures more than life itself. We can block apps, regulate WhatsApp forwards, and debate TikTok trends, but saving lives, that requires a committee meeting first now. And becoming a doctor in Pakistan isn't just about, studying medicine, passing exams, surviving med school. It's about surviving the system itself. And another thing, which is a very wrong thing, which is a disastrous thing, which is happening in our society, that is dowry. And it has become our culture, apparently. So we've got big updates from the National Assembly of Pakistan. A bill to ban dowry was rejected. A bill to ban dowry was rejected. Let that sink in. Huh? A bill to ban the dowry was rejected in Pakistani Assembly. Wow. I mean, and what are the reasons? They say it's impractical. Of course it is, because in Pakistan, stopping injustice is always impractical by continuing it. Very realistic approach. I mean, you're the same guys who sold PIA because it was impractical to fix it, because you were not really interested in fixing it. And now dowry is impractical, it can't be fixed. The bill was moved by Sharmila Faruqi, who said dowry is a coercion, not culture. And the committee basically replied, ha, but shadi ka scene kharab ho jayega. The committee said banning it would be difficult. Really? We can regulate YouTube, block apps, pass laws and speeches, but when it comes to protecting women, I mean, Maryam Nawaz can have those, the smog guns in Lahore, trying to defeat at least the smog in the whole Punjab. And you talk about dowry, banning dowry is impractical. And suddenly, ये बहुत complex है. And remember, even the Supreme Court of Pakistan has said denying women rights over dowry or infertility is illegal. The highest court is saying, stop humiliating women, while lawmakers are saying, but log kya kahenge? And let's be honest, Pakistan, dowry survives not because it's culture, but because it benefits lazy grooms, greedy families, and a system that looks away, calling dowry impractical to ban, is saying, yes, it's wrong, but we're used to it and we can't change it. And that's the real problem, because progress isn't about what's easy, it's about what's necessary. And if banning dowry feels uncomfortable, good. That's how change usually feels like, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so I mean, if it fails, we sell it. If it hurts, we normalize it. And if it's wrong, we call it tradition. Accountability waits, reform arrives late. But people are waking up and applause is no longer guaranteed. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. And I want all of you guys to raise voice against dowry and against the privatization of the state institutions. And you should demand from the government to fix their problems, because they are the ones who created these problems. And they should be fixed. And we want those people held accountable. Justice served to the people, to the men, to the system, to the institutions, to the ministers, to the politicians, to every single person who destroyed or who had a hand in destroying Pakistan International Airlines. I am Munib Hamid signing off. Stay curious, stay chaotic, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Same nonsense news coming out. Today it was, the show is almost serious, but today it turned out to be a very serious show because I am hurt. You cannot progress as a nation. You cannot fail and say Alhamdulillah. You cannot fail and say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah is said when you thank God, that He blessed you with success. He blessed you with progress. But you can't dig a hole, jump inside, and let someone else bury you, and then you say Alhamdulillah. Progress. That's not progress. That's failure, and it's incompetence. And Pakistan, it's time we realize and we speak up about the sheer incompetence of these people who tend, or at least act, to govern, who are completely unknown to governance and how to fix things. Thank you very much. I'm signing out. See you tomorrow night, inshallah. Till then, be Pakistani. Remember, Pakistan Zindabad.